Hey guys, I'm Gary, and this is your review of Wrong Turn from 2003. Wrong Turn is a family-friendly film about three brothers that live on a chicken farm. Though, throughout the first half of the story, dealing with their current economy, they've struggled for at least a few years to catch and raise chickens. They've searched high and low, but no one's selling chickens or eggs, and when the three brothers discuss these issues, they are conflicted which one to decide on purchasing first, the chicken or the egg. Over the course of one summer, it seems their bad luck has run out as they found several clues of chickens running amok in their farm. But these chickens were a challenge for the three brothers, as they are very smart. They set harmless traps to lure the chickens closer to home. Once the chickens reached the house, the three brothers and the chickens sat down to have an intellectual conversation about the current economy. It was actually a pretty intense and informative scene, I think. And the guy who plays the heavy-set brother, oh man, that guy can act. I wish that guy would have just gotten an Oscar for this. There's also a scene where one chicken sprays a brother with WD-40. I didn't quite understand why that happened, or what the fuck was up with that, but after the chickens agreed to be cooked by the brothers. After they finished eating the chickens, a man came to purchase their farm, and so the brothers signed off on themselves and released and moved out. The performances in Wrong Turn are top of their game. Every one of the three brothers has a unique scene that stands them out. The skinny brother, though ugly as fuck, is the most political and the most emotional. The whole movie has a political message, but I'll leave that up to you guys to decipher. But when I say family friendly, this is a very much like something that came right from Disney. I did enjoy it, it's great entertainment, the story is also very strong and full of depth. But I suppose you could say I took a wrong turn there. Now for the real review. This is a movie that came out right around the time I was 19 years of age. It was one of the first but many rated R films I saw in the theaters. For the longest time, as far as I can remember, Hollywood goes through fades of horror flicks and centering them on stupid teenagers. There's a trend of them in the 80s, the 90s, early 2000s, 2010s, and now we're heading into a new decade of them. Some of them are good, some of them are just downright unforgivable. I used to enjoy horror films, especially the ones that are soaked in blood and just straight violent. But lately, in my more mature years, I find myself attracted to more Blumhouse and James Wan horror films. But long before either of these filmmakers were popular, there was Wrong Turn. It never was hugely popular, but it seems to gain a cult status and garnered several sequels that I would say I've never bothered to see. This is a brutal film that stars Eliza Dushku. She's one of those young adult stars known for high school comedies, lowbrow horror films such as this one, and sci-fi TV shows. Wrong Turn has a very simple story centering around a group of dumb as fuck 20-somethings that take a trip to the woods, and not so long after they are picked off by the three genetically mutated inbred brothers. At least that's what they are according to the news clippings in the beginning of the credits. The killings throughout are pretty horrific and violent. Barbed wire is used to wrap around people's heads, axes are used for beheadings, all sorts of limbs are chopped off, and there are armored piercing bow and arrows. There is some interesting tension in one particular scene. Four of the teens find themselves trapped in a cabin in butt-fuck nowhere land. They aren't aware of the inbreds just yet, but when they arrive, the teens witness a friend get chopped up to little pieces. The rest of the film is pretty standard. You got people running away and dodging certain deaths before they get killed. You can pretty much guess what's going to happen scene by scene. It's pretty predictable, but regardless, I do enjoy Wrong Turn to an extent. There are a few wide-angle shots of thick woods That shot gives the film a sense of world building, I guess you could say, makes you wonder who the hell else is out there. Another scene at the climax is the cat and mouse scenario that is played between all the characters that survive and how they maneuver throughout the top thick woods. It's a short but neat scene. I wish they could have developed that a little bit more. So that's what I got. It's definitely a film to look at maybe once. It's not bad, but it's not good. Thanks for watching. Please share. If you agree or disagree, put a comment down below me.